Good morning everyone. Here we are to explore the Grand Club of Assolna. And to do that, we have with us today Isaac Martins, who will give us more details about the Grand Club of Assolna.
Oh yes, welcome to the Grand Club of Assolna. As you come in, I'm here giving you a tour of Grand Club of Assolna, which we have been living here as members for a long time. These are the chess box and the trunks that we have. Few people over here, and now I take you to the hall. This is where we used to be before, and these are the chess box of each and every member. These have been donkeys years old, probably, a lot of them around everywhere. And looking at Sir Pinnick Narona, one of our great elderly respected person of this club. Because of him, this club is still standing. One of them. The area where we all used to rest during the night. This is the altar. This is also very old. And this is Regina Martrim inside, and all statues there. And then afterwards, here we are showing you treasury box, Tizor as we used to call. All the documents were kept here, which was handled by Neri D'Souza, and these are the books, all the records on these books. As we do with this, and now I close the treasure box, and as we move along, this is a very old table of ours from many years. It has been here, and this is where some of them we used to sleep on this chess box as well. The Wado pottery by Firmero and all the Wados. This is where we used to have our altar, which is not now there. There was a very huge mirror here, very huge. That is not there. And these are the places. This is Moses and Peter Furtado's chess box, and a few over here. We used to sleep here as well on this chess box. And this is the famous 174, the famous 174 number. Isaac Martins, his trunk. Yes, that's me, and that's Joe Theoson, Vivek Pinero, Advocate Vivek Pinero, and this is the tour of Byro Pinero and Warboys. Now moving on to the Banda pottery, the famous Banda pottery. All the people from Banda used to be here, and of course another prominent member of the club, Neri D'Souza. He was one of them who kept this club running for so many years. This is the trunks. This is Neri D'Souza, sorry, and the great man himself, Levinson Martins, Amso Taji Martins. Other than Leslie Baba, Lester Martins, Amso Taji Baba, not Pani Podala Daji, Sarka Daji, Mr. Martins. And moving on to the next, this is the family room where the members can bring their. This is the second room where we are allowed to have members' family room, where the wives and the children are allowed to stay, and a bit of privacy given to them. Moving on to our favorite place, this is called the Red Table. The Red Table, where most of us used to be here, and not a single member will ever forget this table or this place. This was a happy place, the most happy place in the whole club. We used to enjoy ourselves, we used to have a big laughter, or maybe after one or two pens, even louder laughter. Alright, and that's Savio Almeida, Selwyn, and P2, Souza P2. And we have Phinon Walls, we have Freddy Walls, and on the right hand side, behind this side, we have Roy and Freddy. And we have Herman Almeida. and Haman a Medak. And the speakers, these speakers, it was called the naughty thing, the noisy thing. These were put up by Freddie Walls. They used to wake up us in the morning. Yes, if we sleep late, of course, the noisy thing would wake us up. And now coming back to a few things which really put us, don't tell people your problem. This is the fridge, which most of our members at our time, those days, we didn't have the liberty of using this fridge. Levinson Martins sponsored this fridge for the club. And now moving on to, this is where we used to have bath, and when our boys were having bath, we used to open the door and have fun. Now moving on to the next. This is where is the toilets, the easy room area, all this. This is where the toilets are, where we used to dry our clothes, and we used to take a good look and laugh and talk to the other club members from the other club. This is where the whaling club, that is the oral club. We used to have a chat, laugh and shout. Right, now this is the end of the tour of Grand Club of Assolna.
As all of you have seen, we had a very good tour of the Grand Club of Assolna by our very own Isaac Martins. So now let's ask him a few questions without taking a lot of his time to get to know a little bit of history of how this came into being. So Mr. Isaac Martins, kindly tell us, how did this historic place come into being?
Most probably the forefathers of Banda, Vado and Baifal got together and to create a home away from home. From the forefathers to the father to the son, this has been going on for generations together. And the names, as you can see on the trunks and on the chest box, they are so-called petties. When our people came to Bombay and needed a place to stay, they would stay in this club where my father stayed before, and he showed me this place. And this was a place which was much cheaper compared to any other place in Mumbai. This was a real help to all of us, and I am a living example. I have gone down.
The Grand Club of Assolna is one of the clubs of Assolna village. Just immediately after this club, there is another club of Morel, and there are so many other clubs of Assolna. Likewise, just below our club, there is a whaling club, Club of Silvas. So whaling also has got 5-6 clubs. Now these were basically established by our forefathers, who were seafarers, and they would come from Goa to Bombay. They would want some time to join their ship for medical and other documentation before they would embark on the voyage. We also had clubs at other places. I am told we had a club in Calcutta also at Dharamtala, because Goans would join the ship from ports of Calcutta, Madras, Bombay and even Karachi. And that's how you will find many Goans in Karachi. Possibly they went there for jobs and also as seafarers and settled there, like in Bombay. So these clubs were founded by our forefathers. I remember one of the prominent forefather was Mr. Saud D'Souza, who was the father of late Dr. Euclid D'Souza, and they formed this club, and now that's how they are there, still existing today. We are maintaining them. This is a great facility for Goans, and they can definitely. There have been many instances where people have stayed in the clubs and studied in Bombay. For any medical assistance, families come here, they also stay, and then that's how this is the great importance of this club. And they are called koods. Kood normally means a room, but this is not a small kood. It has got a sitting room, big sitting room. Now this is called Banda Pottery, of Banda ward of Assolna. Then likewise we have Wada Pottery. We have a kitchen, we have family rooms. And these are all these are called pits, which are wooden sort of chest boxes where your belongings have been is kept, especially the bedding and maybe a stove and other basic essentials. And it will be locked and they go back on a voyage. And when they come back, they again open and they stay for a few days and then they go back to Goa.
Club, the Grand Club of Assolna, which is situated in Bombay, and it was established in 1930. There were founder members who struggled to give us a better life in Bombay, having a place where we can come anytime and go. And this basically consists of 3 wards of Assolna. It is Banda, Byford and Bypilmen. There are so many people who have come and stayed here, who have studied, worked and have become great men today. There are many people who went abroad and also on board the ship. These are the transit point for them, where they had to stay sometimes months, weeks, or to go on the ship or whatever. And as a family, we all worked here, we all lived here, and we cooked and had our meal. The second part is now in the due course of time, with the advancement of all the facilities and links and all that, the membership has become very less to stay here. But no doubt, people do come, visit, stay and do their work and go. And also, we have other facilities wherein even families can come and stay. We've got a separate room for our members' family. So that if they stay long, they can come. For medical emergencies, they can come. So these facilities are given. And now we have got TV, we have got refrigerator, we have got geyser and even cooking facilities. So it becomes very cheap and economical to some families to come and stay here. And with the blessing of all our members, we then keep it going for our new generation to come.
Thank you.
Chest box that we use to keep personal belongings, and at night it is to be served as a bed. On behalf of all the club members, with the blessings of our patroness Regina Martyram and Saint Joseph, we shall stay united
As we were,
we are, and we will be for the Grand Club of Assolna.
Hello, I am very happy to know that you are trying to build or create a record of our club. In this connection, I must say, our club has been a nursery for all those people who are not economically well off, to achieve their dreams. I went there as a young boy at the age of 15. I studied there, and I did my BCom, I did my MCom, thereafter I did my LLB, and thereafter I did my LLM with commercial law, and I have the privilege of having stood third in the university at a SAD LLM examination. And all this I did while living in the club. And at the same time, I also got a job in State Bank. And most of this, after BCom, I joined State Bank, and all other degrees I did while working for State Bank of India. And eventually, I became Assistant General Manager at the time of my retirement. So, to say that club is something like, food is a good, that's a old, saying, but that is not true. Today, our club can boast of, government servants, students, and all educated people. Today, many of our colleagues for Assolna have become senior officers, like superintendents. Then some will become officers, some went on ship and become officers, some did something else, some went to Gulf, but all prospered, and only because the club provided them the succor and the help when they needed most. It is a place where you can really build and achieve your dreams. This is what I can say about our club. Not only that, there are also other clubs of Assolna. Ours is Grand Club of Assolna. It caters only to the residents of Bypilmen, Byford, Banda, and Banda. Only this, restricted, places. But it is a place where it's like where you can feel at home. It's like a home away from your home. That's all I can say.
Club of Assolna will always stay strong and tall for generations to come.